Welcome to my YouTube channel Mahi News. Vice President Harris is entering Labor Day weekend with a national polling lead over former President Trump in the race for the White House. But the race still seems up for grabs. Harris leads Trump by about 4 points in the national average from the Hill Decision Desk HQ, DDHQ. She is at least neck and neck with Trump, if not ahead, in the 7 battlegrounds likely to decide the race. She's had a lead in the average for 3 blue wall states for a couple of weeks, currently up by about 1 point in Pennsylvania, 2 points in Michigan, and 4 points in Wisconsin. She's also taken her first leads in the average for Nevada and Georgia in recent days, although both are by less than 1 point. The numbers illustrate a competitive race, as the election cycle is about reach a sprint with Labor Day coming Monday. This weekend is the symbolic end of summer and start of fall, with just 9 weeks until Election Day. And it comes after Harris took part in her first sit-down interview, along with her running mate, Minnesota Gov. Tim Walz, since becoming the Democratic nominee. During the interview with CNN's Dana Bash on Thursday, Harris made no major missteps, as she defended some of her shifts on policy from her 2020 presidential run. Momentum has seemed to be on Harris's side, but analysts view the race as a toss-up in which neither candidate has a clear advantage. Pollster Nate Silver revealed Thursday that Trump has a slightly higher chance of winning the Electoral College in his model following the Democratic convention last week, with 52.4% to Harris's 47.3%. One of the main reasons for this, Silver says, is because the model presumes Harris is receiving a bounce after the convention, as candidates often do. The good news for Harris is that if she merely holds her current numbers for a couple more weeks, she'll begin to track up again in our forecast, as the model will become more confident that she's out of the convention bounce. Period, Silver wrote. He said another concern for Harris may be Pennsylvania, where the past few polls have shown her tied or just slightly behind Trump, which could mean she'll be a bit further behind as any convention bump fades. Most national polls have shown Harris ahead by at least a couple of points, but often within the margin of error. The Trump campaign has argued Harris has been in a honeymoon period, in which she receives positive headlines that will inflate her numbers. The campaign noted in a memo following the Democratic convention that Harris is likely to receive another boost, but maintains it will be small and temporary. Trump campaign pollsters pointed to several past elections in which a candidate was leading after their party's convention, sometimes by large margins, and eventually lost in November. Polls have shown some indications of Harris receiving at least a small post-convention jump. Harris's support in the DDHQ average began to level off after she surpassed 49% in mid-August. But her lead has still ticked up as Trump's support has slipped from about 46.5% to 45.5% since then,